If you can hear a whisper amid all the noise of life, it is me calling your name, not to make you afraid, but to draw you back to the peace you have lost. My beloved child, pause for a moment and let your heart stop chasing the noise that has been pulling you in every direction. I do not call you so you will panic about tomorrow, nor do I want you to live as though every good thing will disappear from your life if you are slow to listen just once. I call you with the love of a father who has seen you through long seasons of weariness. I call you because I know there are things within you that need to be lifted again. Hopes that have been covered with dust. Prayers that have lain deep in silence for too long. And doors I am preparing to open, not so you may become proud, but so you may recognize that my faithfulness is still covering your life. Perhaps you once thought you were forgotten. Perhaps you watched others enter seasons of joy while you still stood among trials you could not even name. Perhaps you prayed many times and then wondered why the answer had not come. Why what you hoped for was still slow in coming. Why the burden kept stretching on like a road with no end in sight. But my child, delay is not always denial. There are seasons when I have not opened the door immediately because I am rebuilding the foundation within you. There are things I have not yet placed in your hands because I am preparing your heart to be steady enough to preserve them. There are blessings that, if they came too soon, would confuse you. But when they arrive in the right season, they will carry peace with them. I saw the tears you wiped away quickly when no one stood beside you. I heard the choking in the prayers you could not finish speaking. I knew the nights when your body lay still but your heart was not still. The mornings when you still had to keep walking even though the strength within you had become very thin. You do not need to prove your pain to me. I know. I see. I am there. Even when you thought silence covered everything, I was still working in places your eyes had not yet reached. Not one honest sigh of yours has fallen into forgetfulness. And no season of endurance is useless when it is placed in my hands. Remember Joseph, who went through years that seemed as though every promise had been buried. He was sold, misunderstood, forgotten in prison, and perhaps many times he wondered where goodness could be amid so much injustice. But I did not leave him in the pit, nor did I forget him in the prison. I quietly formed him through places no one wants to pass through, so that when the time came, he was not only lifted up, but became a source of rescue for many. Do you see? I can use even painful roads to prepare a person for a season of restoration. What seems delayed in your eyes may be carefully arranged in my hands. In the same way, my child, the trials you have faced are not necessarily the end. I can turn tears into tenderness, loss into wisdom, waiting into depth, and brokenness into the foundation for a life rebuilt more firmly. I do not promise that you will never hurt, but I promise that pain has no authority to rule your story when you place it under my light. Some things once made you think you were becoming weaker, but in truth, they taught you to pray more honestly, love more deeply, discern more clearly, and stand firm when the wind blows harder. You are longing for a turning point, and I understand that, but hear me in peace. A true turning point does not always begin with a dazzling outward event. Sometimes it begins when you no longer agree with despair. Sometimes it begins when you decide to rise. Reorder your life. Speak truth. Return what is wrong. Forgive what needs to be forgiven. Set boundaries with what drains you, and believe that the future is not locked by the past. Sometimes, the first miracle is not that every circumstance changes, but that your heart begins to breathe again. Your eyes begin to see hope, and your steps are no longer pulled backward by fear. I know you also long for provision, for financial burdens to become lighter, for lack to be made up, for a door that lets you escape the wearying cycle of constant calculation. I do not take that lightly, but I do not want you to believe in promises that make you greedy, panicked, or pressured. My provision does not need to be received through fear. I can open a way through opportunity, through work, through ideas, through timely help, through better stewardship, through restraint, through meetings you did not expect. When I give what is good, I also teach you how to preserve that good, so that blessing does not merely pass through your hands, but bears fruit in your life. Do not let what you have lost keep you living in the feeling that you have been robbed. I can restore, but my restoration is not only outward repayment. I want to restore joy, restore pure confidence, restore the ability to trust and love without being naive, restore the peace that pressure took from you, and restore the light in your eyes after seasons when you thought you were only tired. There are things that left your life because they no longer belong to the new season. There are things I will make up for, not by returning the old thing exactly as it was, but by giving you what is healthier, more enduring, purer, and more fitting for the person you are becoming. Therefore, my beloved child, do not pass through your life as though every day is the same. Live awake, but do not live in fear. Expect what is good, but do not let your heart be swept away by haste. Ask, but also listen. Hope, but also do your part with faithfulness. If something needs to be corrected, correct it. If something needs to be released, release it. If something needs to begin again, begin with the smallest step. I do not need you to create a performance of faith. I invite you to live a life of faith, where every ordinary decision is placed under my light. I am nearer to you than you think. I am not far from you in the season of tears. I am not absent in the season of waiting. I am not indifferent to the things you call broken. I am your Father, the one who knows how to rebuild what has fallen, how to heal the places that were wounded, how to open a way where you only see a dead end. Place your hand in mine and keep walking in peace. What I am doing may not yet have appeared in its fullness, but do not conclude that I have not acted simply because you have not seen it. A seed is quiet before it sprouts, and dawn begins with a small streak of light before the whole sky changes color. Be at peace, my child. The new season does not need to come with noise in order to be real. Blessing does not need to frighten you to prove it comes from me. My protection not only keeps you from harm, but also teaches you to walk in wisdom. My restoration does not only make your life lighter, it also makes your heart deeper. Believe that the tears you have sown will not be forgotten. Sincere prayers will not disappear. And roads that seem delayed can still become the place where I prepare what is good. You have not been left behind. You are being led. And when the right time comes, you will look back with gratitude, because I was with you in every step, every dark night, Every time you rose again, every door that opened, and every new shoot of life that grew from the very place you once thought was only ruined. My child, I never send you a warning without purpose, and I do not stir your heart unless something important is drawing near. This moment is not an ordinary day passing among other days. This is a sacred point of contact, a gentle visitation from above, an opened opportunity for you to return to what you almost missed because of weariness, distraction, and discouragement. The adversary tried to blur your sight before what I am preparing. He planted thoughts in you that there was nothing good ahead, that your prayers had fallen into silence. That hope would only hurt you more. But I have spoken the opposite over your life. I have spoken sufficiency instead of lack, covering instead of anxiety, joy instead of heavy days. If this word is awakening something within you, let your heart respond with living faith, with quiet obedience, and with the decision to trust me more than the voice of fear. You were not born to live in defeat, nor were you created to keep bowing beneath burdens that tried to exhaust you. You were made to rise, to carry light into dark places, to step into heavy spaces while still holding my peace within you. Right now, I am sending help from heaven ahead of you. There are battles you do not see, but I am fighting. There are voices opposing you, but I am causing them to lose authority. There are plans that do not belong to my good purpose, and I am canceling them before they can touch your future. You are not alone, and you have never been alone. I walked with you through the fire of testing, through the days when you thought you could not bear anymore. And I will also walk with you into the land of favor, where what once made you tremble will no longer rule you. My presence still covers you even when you feel invisible to the world. When others do not see your pain, I see it. When others do not hear your silent crying, I hear it. When you thought every door was closed, I had already gone before you into rooms you had never entered, touched hearts you had never met, and arranged support for your good. You are my beloved one, and I will not let the pain you endured become meaningless. Every tear that fell in silence watered the soil of a new harvest. Every time you kept standing, though your heart was weary, became a seed for the reaping that is drawing near. My child, this is your sacred hour. Heaven is moving, not because you are perfect, but because I am faithful. Yes, I am bringing blessings that will amaze you, including provision in places where you once saw only a dead end. But I do not come only to change the numbers in your hands. I come to restore peace in your heart. I come to heal the hidden wounds that money cannot touch. I come to return to you clarity, hope, steadiness, and the ability to believe that the future is still covered by my kindness. I know what you truly need, even the things you do not yet know how to ask for. And I am giving according to my wisdom. Open your heart, my child. Healing is drawing near. Provision is being arranged. And I am leading you into a season where old tears will become a testimony of my unwavering faithfulness. Your journey is not a scattered accident, because every step you have passed through has been seen and preserved in my wisdom. There were roads where you thought you had lost your way, turns you once regretted, seasons when you wondered why you had to wander so long while others seemed to arrive more quickly. But my beloved child, I want you to hear this with a settled heart. Even the long detours are not outside my hand. There are places I allowed you to pass through not to slow you down, but to teach you what you need to carry into the new season. There are doors I allowed to close not because I despised you, but because there was no life for you behind them. There are things you cried over losing, but if you had kept them longer, they could have drained you, led you off course, and made you forget what I placed within you from the beginning. You lost some people, some opportunities, some dreams that were once very close to your heart. I know there are losses that made you ask whether you had gone wrong, whether you had been left behind, whether good things were still meant for you. But not everything that leaves you is punishment. Some things leave because they are not pure enough to walk with you into the place where I am leading you. Some things break because their foundation cannot bear the weight of the blessing that is coming. Some connections are cut from your life because I will not let you keep handing your future to hands that do not know how to value what is sacred. You thought it was lack, but I call it liberation. You thought it was loss, but I am making room for something greater, healthier, more enduring, and more aligned with the purpose I have prepared for you. I will not let you carry yesterday's pain into tomorrow's promise like unnecessary baggage. You cannot step into the new season while still clutching old wounds as though they are the only proof that you truly lived. I do not deny your pain, but I do not want that pain to become the throne ruling how you think, how you love, how you trust, and how you look toward the future. My grace is rewriting your story, not by erasing what happened, but by placing light upon it so you can see that it has no authority to define you. What once made you collapse will become the place where you learn to stand firm. What once silenced you will become the place where your voice is restored. What once made you ashamed will become evidence that my mercy can touch even the places that seemed ruined. My beloved child, my grace is repairing what was damaged in you layer by layer. Some things I heal immediately, but others I heal gently over time. So you learn to trust not only in the result, but in my presence each day. I am healing the way you look back at the past, so you no longer live in regret. I am healing the way you look at others, so you no longer judge everyone through the wound caused by a few. I am healing the way you look at yourself, so you no longer call yourself by the names of failure, abandonment, or delay. You are not late to the blessing. You are not forgotten on the edge of the promise. You are not someone who has lost every opportunity. I say to you, you are still in my timing. The enemy tried to whisper that you missed it, that what was good passed by while you were still crying. That age, mistakes, delays, losses, and incomplete choices have left you with no place in the good plan. But I want you to recognize that this voice does not carry the breath of truth. I am not limited by human clocks. I am not bound by what others call too late. I can make flowers bloom on ground that seemed dry. I can call life back where you thought only ashes remained. I can cause what comes later to become deeper, fuller, and more beautiful than what you once begged for before. Your blessing has not passed by to leave you behind. It is being led to you at the right time, in the right way, with a weight you have been prepared to carry. And when it comes, you will understand why I did not let it come sooner. You will understand that there were things that if they had come while you were still trembling, might have caused you to lose peace. There were doors that, if they had opened while you were still driven by the need to prove yourself, you might have entered with a heavy heart. There were sources of blessing that, if placed in your hands before you were steadied, might have pulled you away from me instead of drawing you closer. But now, I am teaching you to receive blessing with humility. Steward it with wisdom. Rejoice without pride. Expand without display. And hope without haste. Therefore, the restoration I give will not only touch what is outward, it will reset the foundation within you. You will see joy return. But it will not be a fragile joy that depends on everything going smoothly. It will be deep joy. Joy that has passed through tears and still knows how to sing. Joy that waited long without becoming bitter. Joy that knows I was with you, even on days when there was no sign. The wave of restoration I bring will not only make up for painful years through material things or new opportunities, it will make up for them with peace, clarity, courage, healthy relationships, and the ability to dream again, build again, and believe again that the future is not your enemy. I will not only return what was lost, I will make you deeper, softer, and steadier after everything you have passed through. Look back, my child, not to regret, but to recognize how my hand has kept you. There were places you once thought you could not pass through, yet you are still here. There were pains you thought would break you forever, yet today you still have the ability to hear my voice. There were stories that once made you ashamed, but I am turning them into places where light enters. If I kept you through those dark seasons, then I can also lead you into this dawn. Do not shrink back because you are afraid to hope one more time. Do not let old disappointment make you reject new joy. Do not let previous losses make you doubt every gift I am placing before you. My child, the restoration being poured into your life does not come like a great noise meant to overwhelm you, but like a strong and enduring stream flowing into the places that were once dry. I am renewing what you thought had died. I am rebuilding what you thought had collapsed. I am softening what you thought had hardened. I am opening a way where you saw only a wall of stone. Stand in quiet faith. Keep walking with gratitude. Let the past become the place where you learned, not the place where you build your home. Your blessing is drawing near, and when it touches your life, you will know that the years of heartbreak did not have the final voice. I am the one who continues writing your story, and what I write will carry the fragrance of mercy, the beauty of grace, and the light of a new beginning. My beloved child, stay awake before promises that sound too easy. Not every voice that speaks of wealth comes from me. Not every invitation that mentions miracles carries truth. There are things that strike at your fear, lack, and weariness, making you believe that one quick action, one hidden secret, or one shortcut will make every burden disappear. But I do not lead you with that kind of haste. I do not want you to hand your hope to vague promises. I do not want you to place your future in things wrapped in mystery, but lacking light. When you are under financial pressure, your heart can be easily pulled toward things that promise to solve everything immediately. But my child, my wisdom does not come to exploit your pain. My guidance does not use panic to force you into action. I do not call you with threats that the opportunity will disappear forever if you do not hurry and grasp it. If you are carrying debt, lack, or financial anxiety, bring it before me with honesty. I see that burden. I know the nights you lie awake. I know the times you look at the need before you and your heart grows heavy. But I want to lead you into restoration through light, through wisdom, through steady steps, and through peace, not through get-rich-quick promises that leave you more confused. Ask me for discernment. Ask me to help you recognize what is a true opportunity and what is a trap covered in attractive language. Be careful with anything that promises you can erase debt without responsibility. Without order, without wisdom, and without time, such words may excite your heart for a moment. But if they do not come from truth, they will leave deeper disappointment behind. I am the provider, but I am also the one who teaches you to steward. I can open a way, but I also teach you to walk with alertness. I can restore, but I also want you to stay far from deception. Do not let desperation make you believe every advertisement spoken with certainty. Do not let lack make you hand decision-making power to voices that do not carry peace. Do not let the desire for immediate rescue make you overlook the wisdom I have placed within your heart. You do not need a secret ritual to be seen by me. You do not need a hidden link to be loved by me. You do not need to chase rumors built to stir curiosity and fear. You need to return to me. Restore your life in truth. Face your circumstances with courage. Seek proper guidance, and take steady steps out of the narrow place. I do not promise you an illusion. I promise you my presence. I do not call you to wealth built on deception. I call you to peace built on truth. I do not want you manipulated by words that strike at your financial pain. I want you free from both lack and the voices that exploit that lack. So slow down, examine carefully. Do not click on invitations that require you to act in fear. Protect your mind, your finance, and your peace. Let me lead you with clarity. What comes from me will not need to hide in vagueness, will not need to threaten you with false deadlines, and will not need to twist your pain to make you believe. You are loved. You are preserved. You are not abandoned in your financial burdens, but you must walk awake. Choose truth over empty promises. Choose wisdom over haste. Choose my peace over the agitation of fear. I will lead you, one step at a time, out of pressure and into a life built on clarity, faithfulness, and true grace. My beloved child, let this word go deep into your heart. What is coming to you does not confuse heaven, but it makes darkness tremble. The enemy does not oppose you fiercely because you are weak. He opposes you because he recognizes what I have placed in you. He sees the seeds I have sown in your life. He sees the promises drawing near to their season of fruit. He sees you approaching the boundary of change. So he tries to exhaust you through delay, distraction, disappointment, and discouragement. But hear me clearly, my plan has not been delayed. What I have appointed is not late. What I have prepared has not lost its way. I do not operate according to human haste, nor am I threatened by the obstacles before you. I know the timing. I know which door must open. I know which person must be brought. I know what must be closed before what is right can enter. Everything in my hands has order, purpose, and holy timing. You feel pressure, not because you have been abandoned, but because you are standing very near the promise. Some seasons just before dawn appear darker. Some final steps before breakthrough make the feet most weary. Some moments before a door opens test the heart most deeply. But I will not let that pressure crush you. I am using it to shape you, position you, and make firm what is inside you, so that when you step into the new season, you will not be shaken by what I give. What you call an ending may be the very place where I begin. What you thought was loss may be the empty space I created to place something better. What you thought was rejection may be my hand pulling you away from a trap disguised as opportunity. Not every open door comes from me, and not every closed door is failure. Some closed doors are protection. Some slowing down is mercy. Some things are taken away because I know that if you kept them, they would wound you more deeply. I am mentioning your name in places you have never entered. I am stirring hearts you have never met. I am arranging connections you could never create by your own strength. Do not think your life is limited to what you see today. I can open a way where you have no power. I can bring your name into rooms where your feet have never stepped. I can cause what I placed within you to be recognized at the right time by those I have appointed. You have been chosen for favor. But that favor does not come to make you proud. It comes to testify that I am faithful. I open doors no one can shut. But I also close doors you once thought you needed. I open what leads you to life, and I close what only pretends to be blessing. I open where there is peace, purpose, and maturity. I close where there are traps, chaos, and misdirection. Therefore, do not panic when some things do not happen the way you expected. Do not be quick to call change a loss. Do not be quick to call waiting abandonment. Do not be quick to call pressure a sign that I have left you. I am still working. I am still arranging. I am still protecting what belongs to you. And when the right time comes, you will understand that even what hurt you was used by me to position you rightly for what I promised. Stand firm. Keep your heart tender. Continue walking in obedience. My plan for you is still alive. My promise is still moving toward you. And the doors I open in the coming season will carry the clear mark of my peace, wisdom, and grace upon your life.